Welcome to part 2 of my 6-part training series, the 10 ingredients of an irresistible offer. And gee, I need a haircut. So I had a little bit of tech issues today, so if I feel a little out of sorts, it's because I was getting those together. But let's just recap. If you missed last week's training, which was part 1, you can catch that in the Facebook group, and I'm also sharing these videos on my YouTube channel, so you can head on over there and watch the entire series when you have time. So last week I talked about the first 2 ingredients of an irresistible offer, so I'm just going to recap a little bit about what that was about. So number 1, what is an offer? An offer is not your course, it's not your program, it's not your coaching package. It is the result that you get for your clients as a result of them working with you, as a result of them going through your course or your program or your coaching one-to-one. So that's really what you have to think about, because so many people think, well, I'm creating a new offer, which is a course, and it's easy to interchange the words and the terms and the language, but really just think about your offer is what you do to get results for your clients. And I suggest that you build your offers around your one thing. Get known for one result, and then everything will be built around. So, for example, I created the Goddess Way 6-figure mastermind. So now I'm positioning myself as somebody who works with mostly women, spiritual entrepreneurs and coaches who are stuck on that 5-figure hamster wheel and want to finally break through to 6 figures. And here's the secret. A very, very small percentage of online entrepreneurs are actually at 6 figures. Everybody talks about it, right? But getting to 6 figures is the hardest part of business. Now, yes, you can do that in a launch and make 6 figures in a matter of a few days. Some people do that, but most of us are, trying to figure things out for a while, and it takes a while, shiny object syndrome, and throwing tons of money into your business without getting the results, and then getting frustrated. And that's why you have to get your mindset really, really strong so you can do all these things. But anyway, that's how I'm positioning myself. Now, I have a couple of other programs and courses, but they all feed in to my 6-figure, the Goddess Way to 6 Figures Mastermind, which I consider my high-end transformational offer. It's not my highest priced program, but that's where I want to funnel people to. And I also have some lower price programs for people who are not ready for 6 figures, but they're all built around the same premise. They all are built around my 5-pillar method. So I'm not creating courses around many different topics that don't relate to getting to 6 figures. So that's what an offer is. And there are 3 elements that I like to talk about that make an offer irresistible. And the one is that it gets results for your clients in the fastest, most streamlined way possible. The second is that the messaging is dialed in so much that your prospects, your future clients, know exactly what your offer is about, why they need your offer, or why they don't need your offer, right? It's not going to be for everybody, but you want it to be super clear so people know exactly what they're getting. And then the third is that your offer is something that your ideal clients want, and you already know that they want it, right? So you don't want to spend a lot of time convincing people that they need your offer. So that's really the basis of what makes an offer irresistible. Once you get that figured out, then you've got your offer, Now you have to create the marketing copy. You have to really get clear on what your offer is about, what it delivers, how you're delivering it, and how you have to communicate this to your future clients. So I broke it down into 10 ingredients, but and I explained this in part one. My background is public relations and journalism, so I come to everything by asking those journalistic questions: who, what, when, where, why, the W's, right? And then the last one is how. So there's 6 categories, but 10 ingredients. So category 1 was the who. Just real quick, who, ingredient 1, who is your offer for? You have to know exactly who it's for. And you probably know who your ideal client is, and your offer is for your ideal client. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go along. And the second who is, who are you to make this offer? What makes you the expert? What is it about you that makes you the one that people should hire for this specific result, right? And to communicate that, it's not about your bio, it's not about the letters behind your name, it's really connecting at the heart level with your client to let her know, or him, to let her know that you really understand her. The other way to show that you are the one, right? Who are you, is through social proof and testimonials. When your prospects see other people just like them getting the results that you promise, and they hear their story as well, then they believe in you. They believe that you are the expert. So those are the first 2 ingredients. Who's your offer for? Who are you to make this offer? So the second category is what? And there are 2 ingredients under the what category. And those are, what is the problem that your offer solves? And the second is, what is the promise? So the problem is your client, your ideal client's point A. This is their pain. This is what you have a solution for. Now, I am not at all about really focusing on your client's pain. When you focus on your client's pain, and that's all you talk about, you tend to attract people who are in that pain. And, this is all about mindset too, people, right? I mean, when somebody's in their pain, do they really want to stay in their pain? Some people do. So if you're constantly talking about being in the pain, they will continue to think about being in that pain, and they may not want to get out, right? They see you understand them. They see that their pain is real, but they've been living in this pain for so long that, it's your job to make them take the action. Okay, whoever's watching, can you let me know if you can hear me okay? Because I'm really not sure. If you can just type in the comments. But anyway, so in today's world, in today's economy, in today's consumer mindset, people are, there's a lot of pain right now, right? There's a lot of uncertainty. Yes, we are there's a rising of the consciousness on this planet, which is good. It's good. But there's also, what I'm seeing is a lot of people are holding back, right? So you really need to show people that you understand their pain. But more than that, you have to give them the promise that they'll experience when their pain is gone. Because again, decision fatigue is very real right now. People need to be shown, there's a lot of doubt. People really need to be shown that you do have the answer to their prayers. So by letting them know that you understand their pain, that you have to let them feel it in your marketing copy. You can't just ignore it. But what's more important is the second what, and that is the promise. And the promise is where you paint a picture, a possibility of what life will be like after they work with you, after they go through your offer, whether it's a course, whether it's a program, whether it's group coaching. You really want them to feel that sense of freedom, that sense of whatever it is, having their pain solved. Say it's a relationship. They're looking for their soulmate. So, show them, let them feel what it will be like when they do meet their soulmate and they are in a relationship with their soulmate. The problem is they're lonely, they're kissing a lot of frogs, they don't know where to meet people, and this and that, right? That's a real problem. And it's very, very easy for somebody to stay stuck in that problem, to think, oh, well, this is just the way it is, right? Maybe I'll meet somebody, the right person will come along soon, I just have to be patient. Well, no, they need your help to give them the confidence to go out and actually attract their soulmate. So how will they feel when they have that soulmate and they meet that soulmate without having to kiss 100 frogs first? So that's the promise. And this can go for anything. For I'm a business coach, so I talk a lot about business related aspects. So let's go back to the 6 figures, right? If somebody's stuck at 5 figures, trying everything, when you're in business and you're going down that rabbit hole, right? Hiring one coach after another, trying one strategy after the next, you're in the pain of that dwindling bank account. And the other thing is, you want to be able to describe the pain, their problem, and the promise in tangible terms, in visual results. For example, when you're visualizing your ideal client's pain, in the pain, what are they doing? In the case of, if you're a dating coach, your client is, looking at all these dating sites. She's out there getting dressed up, maybe, going out on the town, hoping she'll meet somebody, maybe sitting there alone. I don't know. I haven't done that in a long time, so I can only imagine. So that's painting a tangible picture of her in the problem. But on the other end of that, what is that tangible visual representation of the possibility of her having her problem solved, the promise? She's walking hand in hand with her Prince Charming. She's she's glowing. She's, wearing flowy clothes. He's kissing her. He's, buying her dinner, taking her to the movies, or sitting on the couch, that sort of thing. So you go from, kissing the frogs, talking about that, to being with Prince Charming. So you really, really have to zone in on these things, because marketing tactics, the old marketing tactics, don't work like they used to. People want to know why you are the answer to their prayers, why they have to hire you. So the more you can show them that you really understand them, that you really are going to, you know, deliver on this promise. But first, you understand the pain and you're going to get them out of the pain and then paint that picture of possibility. That's going to help them come to a decision. Now, there are some other things that we're going to talk about that really play into the whole idea of decision fatigue, but therefore, next week. I hope you will join me then in part 3, where we're going to continue this conversation. But just remember, for now, these 10 ingredients, they go in your on your sales pages, they go on your email, your promo emails. You might not be able to cover every single aspect in a social media post or in a Facebook ad, but you really do have to touch on them at some point in many different ways. So maybe in one email, you're talking about the who, who is this for? In another email, you're talking about your experience. So when you prove who, that you are the one to offer this, it does go back to your story. The story of how you came to see that there's a real need, how you came to be the one to get this result. And again, it's not your life story, it's the story of your experience around this offer. Okay, so once they know it's for them, you are the one who can get that result, then you have to start really focusing in on the problem. And I'm just talking about emails right now because if you're launching, you're going to be writing emails or social media posts. And I don't really think social media is that effective when you're launching. But another email topic can be the problem, right? And just devote an entire email on that. And then the next email can be about the promise, or that other email can be about the problem and the promise. Because remember, contrast is really important. Contrast exists, right? The negative exists, so we can understand what it is that we don't want and what we do want. So by showing the problem and the promise together is even more powerful. So you don't need to be a magnificent copywriter. You don't need to, show up on video every day. You just need to communicate these aspects of your offer in a way that people are hearing them over and over again, whatever that way is for you. Hey, I'm about the goddess way, right? This is about alignment and simplicity. So when you take the time to really get clear on these ingredients, you are going to, your copy, your promotional, whatever way you do it, if it's video, if it's emails, your sales page, is going to sell the offer for you. Even if it's a high-end offer, you really want to communicate these aspects so when you do get somebody on the phone or somebody does schedule a discovery call with you, they know exactly what to expect. You don't want to have to really go into these long, drawn-out sales conversations over and over and over again. Get it right, design your offers so they have these ingredients, so they sell themselves, and so you attract the people who you are meant to attract. And the ones that you're not meant to work with, well, they'll know your offer is not for them. They'll know that you are not for them. Because remember, client attraction isn't energetic. And we all have our soul tribe out there, but it's your job, it's our job to put our message out there so our soulmate clients know that we're here for them. So I hope this helped. If you'd like more support around this, I do have a masterclass coming up. I do have a couple of free um, lead magnets around this that I'm going to be sharing, but schedule a call with me. I have a few offers that might be right for you. The Goddess Way to Six Figure Mastermind is for you if you're ready to take your business to six figures in a way that's simple and aligned. I mean, everything is the Goddess Way, right? And then I also have Create and Thrive Academy if you're in the build and grow stage of your business, which is going to help you build that foundation so you're ready to get to six figures. Because there are some things that you really need to have in place to make your offer successful, in addition to the 10 ingredients. You have to have an audience to sell your offer to, right? You have to be visible. You have to know what you're what you're here to do, because remember, being in your purpose is going to attract the clients that you're meant to work with, on its own. So you have to make sure your work is aligned with your purpose, that your business is aligned with what you're here to do. And the way I do that with my clients is through human design. I am a human design reader or interpreter, however you want to call it, but I don't consider myself a human design coach per se, because I am a business coach who incorporates human design in my coaching. But anyway, there's lots of opportunities. Just DM me. I will put a few links down below. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. Please give me a like on YouTube or Facebook, just to show that, what I'm saying resonates with you. So until next time, I wish you the best of luck in creating your offers. I would love to connect with you on a deeper level, and there's plenty of ways to do that. So on Facebook, DM me. YouTube, I don't know. You can find me on alignbelievecreate.com and the Goddess Way to Six Figures Facebook group. Okay. Until next week, peace and namaste.